Welcome back to the Strength and Speed Podcast. I'm your host, Evan Preparis. Unfortunately, not joining me this week is Brenna Calvert. This episode is brought to you by Juice Performer. If you haven't tried their products, go check them out. They sell them off Amazon. We have a code for them on the CTG Pro Team Facebook page. I believe it's 1CTGBP15. So they're more than just beets now. They actually have cherry juice and beet juice with passion fruit. If you're interested in trying some of their products. Or if you come to a Conquer the Gauntlet race, we have plenty of free product to give away if you want to give it a try before you actually buy it. Joining me this week is Lebanese and international fitness icon Amine Dib. He was on the Lebanese national team for 6 years for Taekwondo, so a high-level athlete himself. He's done 23 years of personal training. He had a TV show that went on for 7 years called Get Fit. It was the #1 in the Arab world. He owns 2 gyms in Beirut called Tactical Fitness, and he is the co-owner of Hannibal Race, which is the only obstacle course race in Lebanon. So Amine Dib, welcome, my good friend. How's it going?
Thank you, Evan. Thank you for this amazing introduction.
It's great having you on. I know some of our American listeners, may not recognize your voice, but you're a pretty big deal over in the other side of the world.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Just to give people an idea, when we went out to dinner like last year, we're walking down the street, and some random guy comes up to you and starts asking you a question, and I was like, "Do you know him?" And they're like, "You're like, no, he's just wanted some advice for like his hurting knee or something." So I mean,
yeah, exactly.
you're recognizable walking down the street, and so kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that's it. First, I'm honored to be with you, talking about Hannibal Race and your visit, of course, along with Brenna. And it's amazing to be talking about this through you in the States and all American listeners from the United States. That's an honor.
Yeah, it's great, and we love the obstacle course racing communities worldwide, and we love seeing it brought to new countries and seeing the sport grow. So with that, kind of, when did you and Karine, the other co-owner of Hannibal Race, when did Hannibal Race start? When was your first event?
Actually, our first event was in 2014. And this summer we will be holding the edition number 6 and edition number 7. They're both qualifiers to the World Championship, which is amazing. We started with a lot of difficulties in Lebanon because the community here and the culture is not like going up on a Saturday or on a Sunday and go to a mud race. For them, something very weird to go and to be totally submerged by mud or by dirt or by whatever it is in the mountains. But now, if you see and when you visit, you're gonna notice how much it improved for the last 2 years. How much OCR is something that is really trendy now in Lebanon. It wasn't I think it was one of the few races that came to the Middle East back in end of 2013, beginning 2014. And it's still the only race in Lebanon. We see that a lot of companies are aiming to be doing some races in Lebanon here throughout Beirut. But it's not, we didn't see yet any races. The thing is the progressivity of having such type of sport in Lebanon has passed in a very fast track. So from having a race that is like not having a lot of obstacles or not having the best course, to now what you're going to see when you come, you are going to be proud.
Great. Definitely looking forward to it. Me and Brent are actually about one day and plus a couple of hours away from leaving for experiencing Hannibal Race. So obviously very excited about that.
Actually, we're so excited to host you with Brenna because you know how much of an experience you present in the sport. And on my personal level, I'm really excited to have you here. Thank you for your help. For the listeners, they have to know that you had a lot of influence on us as the Hannibal race in Lebanon in order to continue in this progressive path, if you want.
Oh, I appreciate it, Amine. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Where did you get the idea to start Hannibal race?
Okay. First of, like many years ago when I was living in the States, I saw an announcement for a Tough Mudder. It was a Tough Mudder. So I said back then, this is like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and I said, I want to try this. Let me go and see what I can do there. Like, because, I have the military discipline. I love the military. And I said this could be something that is a military concept, but if you want sliced and diced to be for the civilians. So I went and I tried it. And it was like really awesome. And then it wasn't back then, maybe it was more than 5 years. OCRs was not taking like this huge place as it's doing now. So 2 years after, I noticed that there is another race called Spartan Race. And I went and I saw like really a good race that was in Malibu, California. And I said, you know what, this could be something out of the box for the area, for the region. This could be something really nice for Lebanon. And it went from there. We had step 1 and then step 2 and then steps went very fast. And we learned a lot. I went to many OCRs. I made many OCRs in the world. So just to understand more, I went to coaching seminars. I went to a lot of places that can make me be close to OCR athletes. And I'm telling you this, there's no secret. Like the OCR athletes and are really, really different. Like this joy of getting the full suffer from the track, and it's something really amazing. I couldn't understand it before, but now I understand it since I do a lot of races now. I cannot imagine what joy you will be having when you cross the finish line. This is a magical moment. And you know what, Evan, I always say to the people, they call me on my phone here in Lebanon, since you said they when I go to the streets and they go, hey, Amine, the Hannibal race, I'm going, what do you think? Should I do it? Should I not? And I try to if you want, disseminate a message. How obstacle racing is related to their lives, how much inspiration, motivation they can get by only arriving to the finish line. And, going after taking the medal and say, I can do this. If I can do this, I can do many other things. And it's very related to community, and I love that.
Yeah, I was actually just talking about that with one of my good friends, another OCR athlete called Miles Keller, talking about how, being able to overcome things on the course, translates into your regular life. That, if you can get over these obstacles, when you encounter some problems in your life, it helps you build that resiliency to overcome those obstacles.
Oh, definitely. That's for sure.
Cool. Well, I'm again very looking forward to experiencing Lebanon again. I haven't been there it's been 2 years already? I think it's been almost 2 years.
Yeah, it's been 2 years. Yeah, it was exactly winter of 2015.
Yeah, time flies.
Yeah, that's 2 years and a bit.
So you also travel to the U.S. Quite frequently.
Yeah, definitely. I won't consider it. I will be exaggerating. I will not be exaggerating if I said this is the first home for me. My family has been in the States for the last 6 years. My grandfather, like it's something really nice. This is a place that I value, and I love to be there.
For those who may not know what Beirut or Lebanon is like, from your perspective, having seen America, Southern California, and Beirut, kind of what's like the culture like, and what's the, if someone decided to fly to Beirut, what would the experience be like?
Okay, I will tell you how it is. Lebanon is in the middle of the Middle East. It is in the middle of the Arab country, but you will never see any place with the people and with how they go out, how they act, how they do, more close to Americans. Like everybody is westernized here. So if they come here, it's like between Spain and a westernized community. However, we are in the middle of, trouble in the Middle East. But if you come to Lebanon now, if you see the beach, if you see the nightlife, if you see the tourists who are expecting more than 2 million tourists this summer, that's half of the Lebanese population.
Yeah.
So
that's huge.
There is a lot of traffic, yes, but it's like everywhere in the world. If you go to the 101 in Los Angeles, you will like be stuck in traffic, and it's really nice. It's Mediterranean. It's hot. If you go to the beach, you will enjoy. If you go to the mountains, you will enjoy. Actually, we are preparing like some sightseeing for you and Brenna, so you take this experience, especially Brenna. She haven't been here to tell more OCR athletes, hey, come on, you should try the Hannibal race in Beirut.
One of the things everyone used to say to me was it's the only country or the only place in the world that you can go skiing in the morning and then go to the beach in the afternoon.
Yeah, correct. And it's very vibrant. I'm even like really, really happy this year in the summer here. It's very vibrant. You're gonna see like festivals everywhere, dancing festival everywhere, singing festivals everywhere. Worldwide singers from the States, from France, from everywhere in the world are having concerts in Lebanon. So it's very motivating. And I'm telling you this, like, to think of Lebanon as like very far exiled place. It's not like that, especially in the summer. It's a very nice Mediterranean country with the people are very, very. People love people coming from everywhere in the world. You will see when you come here. Everybody is waiting for you since the post on social media, and everybody's asking about Evan. And they're really, really, they really like foreigners coming from outside. You will see this in your own eyes.
When I finally went to Lebanon, I'd been all over the Middle East. Gone to probably half a dozen or more countries, and when I stepped off the plane and kind of got immersed in that environment, I could not believe where I was. I was like, I've been all over the Middle East, and you're right, Lebanon is absolutely nothing like any place else in the world. It was extremely westernized. From a guy perspective, there's like fake boobs and, like everyone's got their hair nice and everyone's got a lot of makeup on, and I was like, this is unlike any place else I've been.
I believe that I told you one time that you came in the winter time. So now it's the summer.
Yes.
Like everything is exposed. Everything is like you're gonna be like. And plus, in the last 2 years, we had like a good 2 years of stability. So now you're gonna see like a different look of Lebanon. You're gonna see a very, very vibrant place. Very vibrant place. Like you're gonna like it. I'm sure.
Great. So I know Hannibal race has also expanded outside of Lebanon, correct?
Correct, yes.
So where else have you held races?
We had 2 races in Saudi Arabia. It was a success. We are repeating this, but the thing is now it's out of season in Saudi Arabia. It's extremely hot. Sometimes it's 55 degrees Celsius, 56 degrees Celsius. It's like crazy. So that's why the season there we're going to be holding in November, February, and then around March, April. So we have on our list. We need to be finalized. The thing is, in Saudi Arabia, it's not an easy system. You need like to wait for last minute to get approvals from. It's a very, 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 very like closed and conservative community. So you need many, many paperwork before you do an event there. I know other people are there, Spartan race, and definitely it's harder to do like a race in Saudi Arabia than to do it in Dubai, let's say.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've never been to Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but they are the extreme of the conservative world.
Oh, the extreme of the conservative. I'm gonna tell you something. You might go to sign a paper, and without this paper, you cannot do the event, and you might wait 4 months to get this paper. So it's something. Saudi Arabia, it's a different playground for any. That's why you don't see a lot of races there.
When obviously they're also very typical gender separation there. Were there women running the race?
Yeah, there is a law there called law of they have a law something where ladies and guys cannot be together in one place. So you gotta do an edition for guys and then do another edition for ladies. And to be honest, like to do an edition edition for guys, for males, it's going to be very, very hard. Now, if you go to the ladies section, it's even 10 times harder. They have restrictions and restrictions and restrictions. But the good thing is they have beautiful places where you can have obstacle racing. We had an obstacle race in Jeddah. It was in a compound called Cake. It's the King Abdullah Economic City, where they have beautiful beach, beautiful places, beautiful site to do an obstacle race. But it's very hard. So I think in Saudi Arabia, one race per year will be really enough.
Okay, cool. You guys looking to expand to any other countries, or mainly Lebanon and Saudi Arabia?
We have many offers now that we are going. Dubai, we have an offer in Dubai, but the thing is, we're kind of having a debate with Karine. Karine wants to be there, but I think Dubai has like 200 races now. It's not like before. They have, 200? They have more than 300 for obstacle racing. Like everybody is there. So we have in Bahrain now, we're going to go there. We have Qatar. We have like many destinations we would love to be maybe why not the States? Maybe we can work with you, and do a Hannibal race and get something in coordination with you. We do something in the States. I would be like, this will be the ultimate thing for us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, why not? Everything is achievable. I'm talking about like a real progressivity. And since we met you until now, if you know how many good luck we had, so why not? Why not? You're our lucky charm, man. You are our lucky individual.
Oh man, I appreciate it. I feel like you're giving me too much credit here, but
no, that's it. That's true. Like really, it was amazing, and we really appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Like I said, I just love obstacle course racing and like to see the sport grow, especially in new countries, or I would say, I guess you guys weren't new, but helping grow the sport in general overall. I think that helps everyone.
Yeah, thank you for that.
So I'm not sure if we can talk about this. We can cut this out if you don't want to talk about it. But I know at one time Spartan had offered essentially to make you part of their series or buy you out. I'm not sure exactly the exact term. And like 2 years ago, we had connection with Spartans. Actually, Spartans through Reebok contacted us. And we had like let me say maybe official, unofficial, like 3 months of meetings in order to see what we can do in Lebanon and how it will go. But honestly, it didn't go anywhere because like it wasn't different to what we believed in Lebanon. So that's why it was short negotiations or something. Or we had one major meeting, and then we had before several preparations meetings, with Reebok. And the way we saw it, because now Spartan Race, they operate with X Dubai. Like there is Spartan Race Arabia, so it's like X Dubai. But as I said, like Spartan Race is an amazing race. It's a very inspirational race. I got a lot of inspirations to do maybe also obstacle racing from Tough Mudder, mainly from Spartan Race. So it's an amazing race. And I'm still now, like sometimes I jump and I do Spartan races in the States, and I enjoy it a lot. But I want to say it like it wasn't something major. We had an official meeting with with the individual coming from UK, and through Reebok. It was through Reebok. So I don't know what happened after. We didn't go into like step 2 or step 3. Cool. So I know last time I did a Hannibal race, it was televised on, I believe it was LBCI, so one of the Lebanese channels. Is it going to be televised again this year?
Oh yes, and this time it's not only going to be LBC. They have two types of live transmission. We have like live transmission, and you have studio live transmission. So here in Lebanon, they will come, they will break tents, they will bring people that would like to speak, they will sit down with you after the race and speak about a lot of things. So it's like a major thing. It's going to be covered for 3 hours nonstop.
Wow. And how many years in a row has this been broadcast?
We had out of this is our 6th and 7th edition. we're gonna do 2 editions this summer, and only 1 edition was not covered, live covered. It was covered like in a report, but we had like all our editions live covered on LBC is like a prime television in the Arab world.
See, that's huge because in America, our big kind of like mark for success is getting it on TV and getting some more exposure. And right now, all they're doing is rebroadcast. So Spartan or Tough Mudder will shoot their show, and then they'll edit it and they'll release it 3 to 6 months later.
No. We have live retransmission, and you're gonna see we have an operation center where they meet with people, meet with sponsors, and I believe this because when you get a sponsor and then you put him on television, to let him say why he have chosen the Hannibal race, the Puma Hannibal race, to say, I helped these guys to progress and do this and that. So it's something very important for other sponsors to come and say, you know what, we OCR I'm a CEO, I have to go to an obstacle race and run among my colleagues or my employees. It's something very nice. Now this year you're going to see like huge like banks sending 30 people. And we didn't see this in the last 2 years. No, now you're going to see like a lot of gyms are involving more and more, a lot of banks, a lot of companies, a lot of media, television, they're sending their people. So yeah, it's going to be different.
That's great. Giving back to the sponsors, I know some of the race series here have a very high turnover with sponsors where they show up for a year or don't even stay a full year and then they're gone. So I think building that relationship is going to really help.
Yeah, we had many sponsors. Like I can say, a huge bank in Lebanon called Al Mawarid. We had Red Bull. We had Puma. It's been with us like 4 years now. So we had really loyal sponsors.
If we have any Lebanese listeners or some people that are kind of local to the area, can you still sign up on race day, or do you have to sign up in advance?
Yes, you can sign up on race day. You can just show, but you will have some waves that are closed. You cannot go into the waves. Let's say early waves will be taken as you see in any race in the States. But they can, yes, it's available. Tickets are available on the day of the event also.
And how much is it for in Lebanese and then the American?
In Lebanese, it's going to be 52 Lebanese thousand lira. In dollars, it's equivalent to $35.
Yeah, that's a steal. That's a great price.
Yeah, you think, huh? Yeah. When I go to other like races, it's definitely because there is another markup, another territory. Like it's different. Maybe maybe $35. It's fair here, but maybe very cheap in other countries. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Although I feel like food in Lebanon was much more expensive. I feel like I was burning through my wallet eating out at a restaurant.
Yeah, you know what? If this is something I always say. Because I go a lot to LA, and I say something that LA, when it comes to whatever you buy to clothe and whatever you buy to eat, it's a good 35 to 40% less. And which is weird because if you go to a high level of let's say in the States, if you go to a restaurant, you barely can say the margin of having bad restaurants is like maybe you will not like the restaurant, but it's not a bad restaurant when it comes to quality. The margin is so small, and that's why. And even in this situation, the food is very very cheap. You know what I'm saying? It's like for me as a Lebanese going to the States, you have an amazing quality in Los Angeles with the best price.
Yeah.
So because if you know how you go to the States and you go to a restaurant and there is an A, B, or C, no one will go to a restaurant where it's marked C. And if you hesitate 100 times to go to a restaurant called B, with a B grade,
right.
And everybody is A, like 99%, 95%, let's say it's A. So this is really good for the price they have for the food.
Yeah, absolutely. You own 2 gyms, you said, in Lebanon, in Beirut, called Tactical Fitness. Tell us a little bit about those. Are they OCR gyms? Or are they just, standard weight gyms, or what?
Yeah, they're gyms that has a lot of like classes, personal training packages, and gym. I have an operational one that is operating right now. We have like classes called OCRWC. It's the obstacle course race conditioning, but it's not a dedicated gym for only OCRs. So, it's the regular gym that you go to. Now, end of August, I'll be opening my branch number 2. It's going to be also a tactical fitness in a prime location also in Beirut. But it's going to be like 2,500 square meters. So it is going to be a place where you have a designed room for obstacle racing, like a lot of conditioning classes for OCR. You have a martial art academy. You have pools. You have a 5-star spa. You will have a full equipped gym and a group exercise room. It's a 2,500 location.
Cool. Definitely interested in checking that out when we're over there. Maybe do some...
you will. You will, definitely. You will check the site. You will check both sites.
Cool. Well, me and Brenna will, for those of you listening in the U.S., make sure you're following Strength and Speed and Conquer the Gauntlet Facebook pages, Conquer the Gauntlet Protein Facebook page. We'll be doing some live streaming from the gyms, as well as some stuff from on-site at the actual race venue. You'll get to see some of the obstacles and some of the athletes running through the course. So that should be great.
No, I wanted to say thank you, Strength and Speed. Thank you, Conquer the Gauntlet, Evan, Brenna, like this, and this combination was really, really good. So,
yeah. What are you planning on doing any more OCRs in the States? You personally, not the brand.
Oh, I will be definitely. Actually, I'm not in end of July. I will be going there. So to be honest, I was like extremely busy doing this, preparing for this race. But I'm going to check like in these 2 days I'm going to be like in the California area. I'm going to see where is the best place to go and to do an OCR. If you have around between end of July and the 10th of August, if you have in this area any place near you, any race that you can recommend, I can fly and just go do the race and have a new experience.
Great. If there's any people in the OCR industry that want to reach out to you, like I know your Facebook page is maxed out on friends there. What's the best way for them to get in contact with you?
Okay, they can contact me first through my personal Instagram. It's Amine DTF, AMINE, D as in door, I, B as in boy, TF. That stands for Tactical Fitness. They can send me a direct message, or they can go to our Puma Hannibal Race Facebook page. They can also send me a message there. And I would love to have any requests to come here to do the race, or any recommendations for races in the States, anything.
And then before we go, you mentioned at the beginning of the episode, but Hannibal Race is now an official qualifier for the Obstacle Course Racing World Championships.
Correct.
Do you think there'll be any Lebanese representation at the race in October in Canada?
Yes. I do believe so. We have two categories. Military, they run in a military category, and we have the civilians. But definitely, you will see in Canada, you will see Lebanese representatives.
Well, that's great. I know Lebanon was not represented the last 4 years, so having some Lebanese guys and girls there would be great.
Yeah, it will be amazing to have this, if you want, threshold, the step for a new opportunity, the new door, the new for athletes. And I'm sure in the future that's going to be a huge thing in Lebanon, as it is now in the Middle East, in some parts of the Middle East. It is going to be in Lebanon, extremely popular.
That's awesome. Great. And once we figure out, if you figure out who's coming and you confirm that, definitely have them reach out to me, and we can meet up in Canada, grab a meal or something.
Oh, definitely. And I will be also I will go there in Canada as to help, and we will meet again in Canada. And I definitely value and hope to be always in touch for the sake of the sport, and on the sport, it's very amazing.
Looking forward to it, definitely. So
yeah, sure, yeah.
Before we go, any other people or companies or things you want to talk about or give a shout out to?
I'm gonna say a big hi to my co-founder, also Karine Lahoud, that you will be meeting her again. You know her already.
Yeah.
It was an amazing year preparing for this race. We started actually from last September, October to start to prepare for this event. and it was like a lot of obstacles that we conquered to reach this week. We still have a lot to do now. I'm doing this interview actually from the site, from Le Plateau de Bakish, from the Bakish area where the event will be. An amazing weather, and bit by bit I can see like the track will be ready by Friday, and Saturday will be totally ready, and Sunday for the biggest battle.
Awesome. Well,
yeah. One more thing, I would like to remind you for your book. I would love to all winners in Lebanon in this race to have your book, because it's an amazing one. So we can, promote more and more OCR and promote the know-how for people. Just to know a lot of things about OCR. It will help definitely our community here.
Yeah, too easy. I'll bring a whole bunch of copies. That's
yeah,
too easy.
Definitely. Yeah,
I just had a new shipment come in.
I'm gonna definitely buy my own, because I do believe I had some a look at it, and definitely I will be honored to have it.
Oh, thank you. So before we go, again, Amine, thank you so much for coming on. Look forward to seeing you this weekend, and then again in Canada. That's going to be an amazing experience, because literally like the entire OCR industry converges in one place at one time. So I think that'll be great for you, both as personally, as a fan of OCR, and as an athlete, but also as a businessman. I think you can make a lot of good connections there. So.
With no doubt. One more thing before I go. Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Brenna. Thank you, Strength and Speed. Conquer the Gauntlet, USA. As I said, thank you so much, and I'm honored to be on board. I'm honored to be talking to you right now. Talking to you on your podcast, it will be one of the amazing achievements that we did as Puma Hannibal Race, as the Hannibal Race. And here we go. Beirut is waiting for you, man. Let's do it.
I feel like the honor is mine. Another funny story. So when we had done that special Hannibal Race edition before I left in Lebanon, you pulled up in a car, and I went to introduce you to two of the workers that were there, my friends. I was like, "Hey, this is Amine, blah 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 blah," and they're like, "Yeah, I know who Amine is," and I was like,
"Yeah,
all right." I'm the a-hole here. Like I don't know who you are. That these guys are like, everyone knows who he is. It's like, okay, I apologize for introducing him. But
yeah, I remember that moment. So it's okay. It's because of the show, and it's when you work in the fitness industry, you try as much as you want to be a fair player. Try as much as you can to engage people more and more in a healthy lifestyle, and something to take them out from the like inside the box that they do. They sit inside it because they don't want to try something new. They don't want to be better. And I think this is where your role is very important. My role is very important. Everybody working in this community.
Well, thanks again, Amine, for coming on. It's been great talking to you, and I will see you this weekend.
Okay, awesome. Waiting for you. Can't wait for you.
Last shout out. I recorded an episode on Miles Keller's podcast, and Mo, I can't pronounce your last name, Brissett, I believe. Link Endurance, that's going to be coming out right around the same time this is coming out, and it's going to be sharing some of the exciting news that will be released on Wednesday for OCR World Championship for 2018. So make sure you listen to me on that. We had some good content and that I think you guys will enjoy. And that's it. That's it from Strength and Speed. We'll see you all next week from Lebanon.